Hello people, happy Sunday. So we're on the 4th of August 2019 and I'm really starting to feel like the project here is now coming together. I'm really getting an idea of the direction that I want to go, the things I want to grow, how I want to look after them, what it's going to look like, and basically just overall progress. So feeling quite positive about the whole sort of project at the moment. So spent a bit of time over the last, well, today really, just doing a little bit of tidying up, making it look a bit tidier because it was a bit out of hand. Not too bad though, to be honest, but looks much better now, so it's made me feel better about the whole thing. And yeah, just happy with the progress, and I know sort of the direction in which I'm going to sort of go with it. But takes time, takes effort, takes thought, and there's so many things I want to get hold of, but it's all going to take time. But what I thought we could do this lovely Sunday afternoon is have a walk around and have a look, have a chat, and you can just see what I'm talking about. So very good. Now, okay, so what's going to happen over the next sort of time? The peach trees, obviously, when the correct time comes. In fact, I'm going to do some summer pruning to take it back a little bit because it's going to take over the entire polytunnel, and I can't allow that to happen. But it's fine. Produced a lovely crop this year. I'm very happy with it, and yeah, there we go. So the orange tree, I'm also happy with that, and that's got oranges on it now. So the progress of, there you go, one there, look, on the left, obviously not ready yet, and a long way from ready, but one's there as well. So quite happy with what's happening there. So peach tree a success, orange tree so far a success, and the autumn royal grapes, they're looking lovely as well. So they're coming. So yeah, making a nice size actually, some of them. So yeah, quite happy with them. The coffee plant has actually grown since I have repotted it, so very happy there. The tea plant is looking lovely as well. And the tomatoes down there, look, I'm going to be getting some tomatoes soon. So yes, I haven't looked after these, as well as I should have. Several reasons for this. One reason is because obviously we only have a certain amount of time that we can, budget for gardening or whatever. And, but I'm happy with a small crop from the tomatoes. So, yep, no problem with them. And my other grape varieties, this one here, Muller Thurgau, that will be ready for planting out in the winter, as will this grape variety here, Venus. So happy there, no issues at all. The runner beans are looking lovely, getting plenty of them. Had a few of them raw just now actually. I can't resist it. To be honest, a lot of them don't make it to the sort of steamer or the saucepan. When I'm out here, I end up foraging and just eating them raw, but I love them and I'm happy with that, to be honest. Now this is a thing that I'm very interested in. Now these are some cuttings that I indeed took. So I've got all sorts here. I've got Lakemont seedless grape here. I've got all sorts of currants that are currant bushes. Where are they? Let me try and find here. Look, that I took from other people's currant bushes. So I'm very happy. And what I'm doing is keeping them in. I did get permission, by the way, from the other people before I took the cuttings. I'm keeping them in these trays here. These polystyrene trays, so boxes, whatever, so I can put some water in the bottom. And of course recycling as well, the issues with plastic these days, so whatever. So what I'm doing is recycling, keeping use of the polystyrene box, and they're very good as well because when you got the lid on, you saw me earlier in the year how I made like a miniature cold frame by using one of these, so can be beneficial in those regards as well. So I've got the grapevine tied up, now all nicely trained along the fence how I wanted it. I'm truly hoping that I can duplicate the success that I had from Lakemont seedless years ago on the previous vines that I've owned. You've seen these before, you've seen the great playlist if you've been watching me for a while. If you haven't, check it out. But I just really starting to feel like things are coming together now, and the harder work, it hasn't been, to be honest, it hasn't been hard work because I've enjoyed every minute of it, but you know, in terms of time spent and working towards everything, you know, even the simple thing like keeping it all trimmed down here, it all takes time, but time that I love to spend doing it here, so no regrets. Now down here, grapevine here, another one I took from a cutting, that's going to be moved in the you know, in the dormant months. I wasn't sure just how it was going, you know, to pan out, because of course gardening doesn't always pan out how one thinks it does. But yep, so that's going to be moved. So a lovely grapevine along there. You know, the the pear tree variety Concord is looking lovely as well. Going to be rewarding me with a lovely crop. It won't be long now, will it? You see them lovely pears all hanging there. Oh, I'm sorry, bad choice of words, but whatever. Looking nice, so very happy. And here as well, the grafted grapevine that I purchased from Ken Muir. I like to support local companies. I think that's very important, actually. Ken Muir being a local, well-established Essex company. Okay, so Ken Muir is very good. So yeah, there we go. So quite happy in those regards there. Okay, so what I've done here is I've tied up the lovely tayberry. Also, they fruit on the previous year's growth. Okay, so this is all this year's growth. So next year, hopefully, this will reward me with some beautiful crops all up against the fence there. So I'm quite happy. Nice blossom followed by some crop, and next year, you know, these leaves, they'll be turning the correct way. So yeah, trained along there using the rose wire. So lovely once again. Okay, so my little section here, once again a bit more consolidation. So if you saw my previous video, the fig tree is now repotted. The blueberries have been in the correct growing medium for the last sort of few months. Lovely green lush leaves. They gave me a beautiful crop. The Watloads, persimmon, otherwise known as Sharon fruit, looking lovely as well. And here the pomegranate looking lovely with a flower as well. So certainly takes, you know, it's certainly well worth the effort giving plants the correct growing medium, you know, ericaceous compost. I've been feeding my plants a lot more as well, just taking that extra time. Now things are established. The strawberries did well considering it was their first year, and I'm going to be feeding the figs soon, so that should be lovely. Yeah, so the veg bed, the squashes are coming on absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'll put my hand there, look, you can see the size of that squash. Different variety of squash here. We've got more squashes coming there, look, training all over the show, but I like to see that. This squash here, look, making a nice size as well. And here we've got some more squashes on the plants, look, I mean, they look lovely. In fact, I might even pick those and have some of those for tea down there, look, there we go, lovely. And whatever, potatoes, not going to be long now before I put the potatoes, you know, what do they call it, potato reveal, so you'll see what I've got. Yep, all lovely coming on. Run of beans, you can see, look, coming there, but once again, same as earlier, a lot of them don't make it to the cooking sort of thing. I end up, when I'm out here, I eat so many of them raw. Beetroot as well, down there, look, come on really well, lovely. The tayberries were an absolute success here. What I proceeded to do is leave them actually. What I'm going to do is to cut away last year's growth, because that is indeed what they have fruited on this year, and next year they will fruit on this year's growth. So once again, hopefully a beautiful crop again next year. Right, so the position I'm at the moment, as I stated earlier, I know what direction I'm going now. I know what I want to get hold of over the next, you know, period of time. But I'm now going to be consolidating very much. A lot of research into feeding of plants, because obviously I grow a lot in containers. So feeding is very, very important, particularly in containers. But you know, what I'm aiming for, I mean, I would like to get a medlar tree, bush, whatever you want to call it. I'd like to get one of those. my heritage apple collection. I'd like to add to that. As you know, I've got a Worcester pearman and some other ones. I think grape wise I'm more or less there now with what I want. I've got one citrus plant. No, I've got two citrus plants, sorry. Blood orange and yuzu. Can't remember now. You know, so much I want to do and so much, you know, planning and preparation to do, but really starting to work on it. Going to hopefully be working on a wormery, so I can make me own sort of worm compost. Going to be getting more into compost. Basically, if you think, you know, if you look at my older videos, the allotment, previous places, you know, I had the, you know, there was the borderline ecosystem to a degree there, if you want to call it that, and I'm hoping to sort of get back into that now, and I'm starting to see the sort of progress happening. So yeah, quite happy actually, and yeah, hopefully year on year everything should get better. But you know, you never know what's going to happen in regards to gardening. So people, if you like my work, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy the remainder of your Sunday.